4. Solve the following equations and inequalities. The first two are regular equations, the second one or the third one being an inequality. So how do we go about it? Simple. Well, let's put it like this. I have a number when I add a specific number to 5, it becomes 26. That's the first step of looking at it. Correct. So that means 7x is the same thing as 26, and you subtract 5, which equals 21. And you keep reapplying the same method over and over again. I have a number. When divided by 3, the answer becomes 21. Keep applying the same rule over and over again. Something divided by 3 equals 21. How do I get to that something? You multiply 21 with 3. Multiply. Why multiply? I'll make a simpler equation. What divided by 3 is 2? What do you have to do? Not the answer. What do you have to do? How do you get to 6? So in this equation, what do you have to multiply? 3 with 21. You apply the same things. It's the same rule. And that answer becomes, 63. Same thing over again. 7 multiplied by a number equals 63. Simple. So x becomes 9. You keep applying the same rules over and over again. The next one. This one is a bit trickier. Why is it a bit trickier? You have a negative sign after the 10. That means the negative belongs to the 2, which has to be multiplied with 3 and 5. So what do you get? Negative 2 multiplied by 3 equals negative 6. Negative 2 multiplied by 5x, negative 10x, equals x plus 48. Putting the like terms together, all the variables go on the left-hand side. All the constants go on the right-hand side. Constants, variables. Negative 10x stays. Positive x goes to the other side, meaning it becomes negative x. 48 stays where it is. 4 goes to the other side, meaning it becomes negative 4. Add the terms together. Minus 10x subtract x equals minus 11x. 48, you subtract 4 from it, becomes 44. So x equals negative 4. C. C is a tad more complicated than B. This is why you get more points. You get points for it depends the steps. This gives you a point, this gives you a point, and that gives you a point. So you don't have to make it completely to get all the points. C, you can make it in, if I'm not mistaken, 3 different ways. The book explains 1. The first way, you place all the variables on one side. That's the first step. Variables go here, constants go on the other side. The other way is you find the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4 and multiply everything with that lowest common multiple. That's the other way. We have 2 ways, yes. The book explains the second way. It explains the second way. So I shall do the other way. I take the variable, send it on the left-hand side. It becomes negative. Minus 4 stays where it is. Positive 2 goes to the other side, which becomes negative 2. I'll make it smaller. Now I find the lowest common multiple of 4 and 3. Lowest common multiple of 4 and 3 is 12. So what do I need to do with that 12? You multiply everything with that lowest common multiple, which is 12. So 12 times 3, 36x. 12 times 4x, 48x. 12 times 3, 36x. Minus 4 minus 2 is negative 6. Multiply that with 12 as well. Everything gets multiplied with the lowest common multiple of 4 and 3. Becomes negative 72. Next step, you can divide 36 by 4, meaning you get 9x. Subtract. This 3 has to be divided, or all the numbers in the numerator have to be divided by the denominator. So you just don't divide 3 with 48 and done. If you divide by 3, both of them get divided by 3. So 48 divided by 3, 16x. 36 divided by 3 equals 12. That is the new equation. Next step, place all the like terms together. Negative, 9x subtract 16x. You get, is it 11? You get 6, 3. 3 means 7. Minus 7x. 12 goes on the other side. before. And now comes the special point. Dividing by a negative in an inequality, your sign switches. Becomes, this is 12. 12. And there we have the answer to C. If not mistaken, 1 point there. I think for every step, it's 1, 1, yeah, 1 and 1. 4 points. When we get to chapter 9, you will see why the sign switches. Last but not least, the easiest one. You have a trapezium with the length. They say calculate the area of this trapezium. You could have calculated two different ways. Using the area of the trapezium or cutting it into pieces. You can decide which one you wanted to use. The first one, cutting it into pieces. I draw a line from here to there. Meaning I have A, let me get another color. I have A and I have B. That is one way. So the area of A, or let me take B first, is 6 centimeters multiplied by 15 centimeters. That equals 90 square centimeters. With 3 is the area, PQRS. This is the area. That's the area. Area of A. A equals a triangle. So if this entire thing, length, is 12, and this side is 6, and I cut it right in the middle, meaning this side is also 6, and SR until the 12 is a triangle. Area of a triangle, a half multiplied by the base multiplied by the height. A half multiplied by the base, which is 15. This 15 applies for this 15. Multiplied by the height, which is 6. Equals 45 square centimeters. Area of A and B equals 135 square centimeters. That is one way. What is the other way, which would have given you 3 points in an instant? That is the area of the trapezium formula. What is the area of the trapezium formula? a half multiplied by, oh sorry, A plus B multiplied by the height. That's the area of the trapezium. If you did that, you got to the same answer in 1 minute. Times 2? No. Remember, reading is essential. PQRS. That's it. PQRS. This side. That's the only thing I wanted. Nothing else. That. So you have a half. So the question is, what is A and what is B? Easy. This is A. 12 centimeters is A. This is B. And that is your height, 15. So a half multiplied by 12 at 6 multiplied by 15. If done correctly, your answer is also 135 square centimeters. B. Three points or marks. How do I find a volume of any shape? All the formulas are the same. Area base multiplied by the height. That's it. Area of the A. Area of A. That's why you were told to find this area first. And then what do? Multiply by the height, which is 3. So the volume would be 135 square centimeters multiplied by the height, which in turn becomes 405 squared centimeters. But the answer or the question is in millimeters to the cube and in the standard form. So that's why 3 marks. You get 1 just for this. .405 centimeters to the cube. Oops. Going to millimeters, you multiply with 1,000. So this is the answer to millimeter. That is another point. And then placing it in the standard form. And this is your final answer. 1 point for each.